June 3rd and 4th, it's Saturday and Sunday, the weekend is here. It's a full moon, you guys. You should be feeling the increase of energy. I always notice things get a little more intense. You sleep a little less. Please notice the simple version of a full moon is an increase of energy. If a baby's born with that, it makes them far more intuitive because think about it. The moon rules your sleep. It rules the night. It rules the waters on the earth. It rules what's going on under the system. So when it's big, it's operating with a higher voltage, which means your intuition's stronger and your gut stronger and your reaction stronger. The moon's in Sag, so it's blunt and it's honest. That's one part of it. There's a T-square because whenever it's a full moon, the sun and the moon are opposite, then there's a third planet 90 degrees. So what is that? Here's the sun and the moon, and that's Saturn. And so there's a T. If you put that on the side, it would look like a T. And what that stands for is tension. So if you're a Gemini Sag or you're a Virgo Pisces, you could be feeling a little bit of tension. And the release of all of that is our good friend Virgo. Make a list. If everything's getting out of control and the energy's too big, because this is not a grounded full moon and it's a weekend and we're in summer, then you want to be conscious about saying, God, listen to that video that Debra did, and she talked about Virgo being the release point. I need to make a list this weekend so I can walk into Monday when the moon's in Capricorn and I can be grounded and prepared. So please take advantage of this big energy. Notice if you're dealing with multiple ideas, if you're multitasking and you're feeling scattered, or the best thing that could happen, it happened for me about 3 years ago. During this exact full moon, I started and made the decision to translate my book into Spanish. And that's the kind of thing that happens. I remember the full moon in Sag because it rules foreign languages, it rules big travels, it rules honesty as far as the big picture and not seeing ourselves so small. And I translated my book, The Missing Element, into, well, I didn't do it, but it was translated into Spanish and it's now available on Amazon. So I remember that full moon and making the decision in the name of that Sagittarius influence. So you can do the same. Is there anything that is calling your name about travel, about big ideas, any plans you want to make for the fall that you're thinking what you'd like to do? This full moon is a great opportunity because remember that T-square? It all releases in Virgo, the detailist, the organizer. So there you go. And there is this crazy one more thing I want to say. Mercury and Uranus are standing together almost exact degree in Taurus. Whenever I see a person's chart, and you can go look this up, if you're someone, Mercury the thought process, Uranus the futurist, if you're someone who always gets things super fast, you can see trends before they happen, you know when the phone's going to ring, who it's going to be, that suggests that your mind is hooked up to an influence, Uranus is the description of this, that sees things beyond the norm, that doesn't limit themselves to inside the box. And that's where ESP lives or psychic ability lives. It's when the mind is not limited to acting normal. Uranus, listen to the name, is not normal. So it just so happens, it's been going on for about a week. But if a baby were born with this, with a full moon, sun and moon opposite, and Mercury conjunct and Uranus conjunct, that would suggest somebody who's come in with a really honest, blunt, big energy, super intuitive, and knows things before they happen. I wish I could tell you a story. Every once in a while, there is that prophetic sensibility that some of us have in dreams or a gut feeling, or you see something before it happens. That would be this weekend. Let me know how it goes. Astrology Answers wanted me to tell you, if there's a baby born with this flavor, what a being coming in today. If you're like me, you're ready for more, and I have really good news. I'm teaching again, June 20th, and I want to help you discover your significant planet or the planets that are really influencing your psychology, because you have a purpose and a contract that you agreed to before you arrived here on this planet. And the quickest path that I found for figuring out your purpose is through studying first the planets. When you figure out that significant planet, there goes the confusion, and suddenly you feel so much more comfortable being yourself. Click the link in the description to learn more about the planets, my very best friends.